It's just before Christmas at the moment, at the time of filming this, a few days before Christmas. And you join me here in our Anglo-Saxon pit house, or Grubenhaus. It's inspired by the Anglo-Saxons, medieval sort of era, with thatch roof. It's got clay, wattle and daub walls. We sunk it down into a pit. And yeah, I'm just coming to spend the night here, really. Today I didn't arrive until just after lunchtime, so I only had a couple of hours light remaining because we don't get much daylight at this time of year. So I set up the raised bed. There was already a raised bed in here. I dismantled one just to make a bit of room for the fire pit. But I set up the raised bed, and I'm going to sleep on, this is yew, I believe, so yew bough bed. But basically a bough bed. So it's raised up, got some boughs on there, and just going to put my sleeping bag on top. Sorry, I've got a pad and then sleeping bag on top, and I'm not going to blow up it's an air mattress. I'm not going to blow it up, I'm just going to use it, because it's so raised off the ground and I'm already in a warm shelter. I'm just going to use that uninflated pad to stop the pokey sticks going through the sleeping bag and yeah, causing a bit of havoc there. So that was the first test fire of the medieval Saxon house. I was really sceptical, really worried, because this thatch has been so dry. It's over a year ago we put this thatch up, and there's no rain that's ever come through here, so the inner layer of this thatch is really, really dry, and the seat heads are still there. So I was quite sceptical as the sparks were flying up. Obviously when you first light the fire, the sparks start flying up. I was a little bit worried that they would catch light, but actually it's quite hard to, it need a lot of sparks fairly constantly to get this thing up in flames. And what happens is, I don't know what the pitch of this roof, what the angle is, but the height is probably around maybe 15 feet. Yeah, I'd say 12 feet actually, probably 12 feet on the ridge, the top of the ridge pole. And what happens is, the smoke from when you're inside a building like this, the smoke rises and it kind of sits in a layer just above your head. Well, when you're sat down in this sort of shelter, it's just above your head. And then what happens is, as the sparks come up from the fire, they're actually put out by the smoke. The smoke smothers it, it starves the sparks of oxygen. So you'll see, if you watch the sparks in a smoky environment, the smoke just puts them out. So they wiggle up and then it puts them out. And that's thankfully what's happening here. I've got to put some more wood on the fire in a minute, but the sparks are going up and the layer of smoke is just killing it off. So yeah, just enjoying a bit of fry up in terms of, it's kind of a stir fry without the noodles and the rice really. Just a really quick dish, because I knew I wanted to just test other things while I was here, like the fire pit and the bed. So it's just beef, peppers, onions, bit of spice, and yeah, simple dish. And I'm happy to be here. It's great to be here. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's now about 6 o'clock at night, and I'm just going to relax here, to be honest. I've done kind of what I wanted to film. I've got a few lanterns set up. These are courtesy of the guys over at Petromax, the fewer hand. I think they're baby special lanterns, so essentially they're like a paraffin, a hurricane lantern really, like a storm lantern. They're absolutely awesome. You just put a bit of paraffin, I put paraffin in the reservoir down on the bottom there. You flip the glass open and you can light it how you want with a lighter. I just use some matches, and then they're just good because you can adjust. There's a little nozzle here and you can adjust how much the wick comes out, like that. And obviously the more wick you get out, the brighter the lamp. But if you do it too much, it just ends up smoking the glass, and obviously you burn through your wick quicker. So I like to have a few just dim. Obviously I've got camera light and things on, but about halfway up the glass is how I like to have it. So yeah, it just gives a bit more of a warm feeling to being in the in the Saxon house. So I whipped up a little seat, which is basically from 3 sticks lashed together, and this is a canvas seat cover. It's just a piece of canvas with 3 kind of pockets where you can put the sticks, and if you've done your lashing properly and you fold the sticks out, you can make yourself a canvas seat. Now this one's kind of like a bicycle saddle. You can make the shape slightly different to how you want, and I set it so that my knees are at kind of waist high. So you want to cut these sticks, you want to cut these sticks so that your knees are at a right angle and they're not like up sloping down. But yeah, that's the TAOutdoors pack seat. It's a really cool thing my friend Tim makes for me. I'll put a link in the description to these. They fold up into nothing, into a tiny little triangle, and just a really useful, very durable, made of canvas. It's just a really sort of durable small piece of kit that's ideal for little things like this. Where I'm sat on this raised bed now, my legs are not at the right angle, but when I'm eating, I'd rather my legs were at a right angle, then I can sit on that. I just need to seal up these gable ends at both ends of the shelter so they don't let any draft come in. And I'm tempted, let me know you guys, but I'm tempted to put a window in there and a small window in there. A, it will help with airflow, and B, it will allow a lot more light in the day to film in here, so I won't have to have a big camera light all the time. Ah, almost went all the way. So, fire's pretty much gone out. I'd rather it went out while I'm awake because I don't need it for heat. It's still so warm. I'm wearing wool layers and I've got a winter sleeping bag, thermal pad which I can blow up if I want. But it's just glowing embers at the moment and I don't really need it for anything. So I let it burn out, then I'm in the safety of knowing that the roof's not going to catch fire, and I'll start it up again in the morning. Yeah, so it's kind of speedy overnighter. I wanted to get this in before Christmas. It just makes sense to try and get one in for you guys as well to enjoy, because a lot of you guys out there at the moment are in some form of lockdown. You can't get out. It's very restricting, and I'm very fortunate to be able to come out and do this, do these things. But yeah, so this is almost to try and help those people out there as well who are living vicariously through this channel. But yeah, this bed seems pretty comfy, to be honest. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's more comfy than the bed in the last video I made. Even though the mattress was blown up in that one, it's just a little bit uneven. Well folks, I'm going to save some battery. I'll take my boots off and get changed. You don't need to see that at the moment. And yeah, we've got some food for the morning and some coffee and stuff, which is what I built part of this fire pit for. Yeah, I'll see you in the morning guys. Cheers. Can't be a bit of coffee in the morning. It's not quite first light, it's not early doors, but it's about 9 o'clock. Had a bit of a lie-in, as you do when you've got a night away from the little one. And yeah, just got the fire going quick. Made up a little pot hanger, dead simple to make, and I've got quite a low sort of hanging system at the moment, pot hanging system, so I'm gonna probably rebuild it down the line a little bit higher. Don't want to have it too high because the flames are just going to rip up into the thatch, but I'm still standing, the roof is still on, and you can see, if you saw a shot earlier, of the smoke permeating through the thatch, and you can see how it breathes. And it's a really clever material that they've been using for thousands of years in Iron Age Britain on various, you know, Anglo-Saxon structures and Celtic roundhouses and things like that. And it's just an awesome material. It's super waterproof, and like I say, you can see that it just lets that smoke seep through. Yeah, of course it gets smoky in the house to begin with, in the structure, the shelter. But once that flame starts going, it burns off all the smoke and it goes. And because you're lower down, the smoke's kind of above you. But really pleased with that. Got some food to cook up in a minute. I'm just enjoying a nice coffee in the old wood cookser. This, a lot of people ask me about this one. This is spalted beech. So it's from the beech tree, and spalted means that it's kind of partially broken down, partially decomposing and rotting, but it's not fully rotten. It's just at the decomposition stage where you can see all these lines, and that's not put in by the maker. That is already in the wood, all that character. If I zoom in a bit, I mean, look at that. That's pretty awesome. That is what happens to, often if you bury it in the ground. So this is made by my friend, Will Canavan, who is one of the most incredible woodworkers, certainly I've ever known of. He makes all sorts of things, from like church pew chairs to just awesome cookers and bowls and everything. And yeah, so he made these. I've had this for years. He made this for me, must have been a couple of years ago now. And he buries the wood. He gets the beech and he buries it underground and lets it get to that spalting phase, that decomposition phase, where it gets all these lovely markings. And then he carves the cookser, and then he gives it a bath in oil, in food grades, you know, food safe oil. I think it's linseed oil actually. And so it kind of takes up all that oil and it comes up with this amazing effect. He's a great guy. I'll pop a link to his stuff in the description, and he's just about to start up a YouTube channel as well, so I'll pop a link to that. But yeah, haven't showcased the cookser in a while. So the first night, solo night in the Saxon house, was a success. Enjoyed it. Comfy bed. Can't deny the bed wasn't comfortable. And there's just no cold breeze coming through here, even with the gaps up there. If a breeze does come through, it tends to come up and go straight through the other part of the house. But it's up above my head, and I was low down, so yeah, enjoying it. Right, the fire's going to go out, so I need to get it going again and get some food on. That's the canvas seat. The 3 pockets, you just fold one end, the other end, and there. Folds up into a small little triangle, goes down the back of my backpack. Keep cordage obviously. I'm going to leave that there, because then I can just, I should have kept the shape actually, but I can just make my seat whenever I want. Leave that at the back there. Same with the birch bark. Well, if you've watched this far, you've made it to the end of the video, so I appreciate you watching all the way through. Thank you for the views, thank you for the support. Didn't know when I'm dropping this video, probably just before Christmas. Obviously some of you will be watching it afterwards, but I might as well say now, have a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. It's been a strange one, 2020. Hopefully I've helped some of you out along the way, and obviously if you're feeling low and you're concerned about your mental health and things like that, keep your head up, stay strong, try and stay positive, drink lots of water, and I hope to bring you some more awesome content in 2021. Got some great series, mini-series planned, and some bigger things as well. Yeah, it's been a great year on YouTube for me again. I think I'm coming up to potentially 2 million subscribers next year, which is just mad. So I got to say thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. It's been an amazing journey. I've learned lots of new skills. I've learned a lot about the history of Britain, Iron Age Britain, Vikings, Celts, Saxons. It's been unbelievable. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching the videos. Don't forget to check out my dad's YouTube channel, TA Fishing. He helped build this with me. We must have spent, I think, 10 days building this. We put a lot of effort into it, and at his age that's no mean feat. So go and check his channel out, TA Fishing. Hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. See you soon.